Could we believe this about AEW's Mercedes Mone? Well, in this video, I'm going to tell you exactly what that is and whether or not it's true and why it's so significant come the outcome. Because Mercedes Mone, she's made big moves in AEW since signing with the promotion in March of 2024 on the Big Business episode of AEW Dynamite, right? She's undefeated as the recording of this video in the promotion, which is notable, right? And this is who she's worked with. So she beat Willow Nightingale for the TBS title at Double or Nothing. She then went over the lights of Sky Blue, Zooks. She beat Stephanie Valkyr at Forbidden Door to win the New Japan Strong Women's Championship. She beat Nyla Rose, Hikaru Shida, Britt Baker at All In, and then has worked with the lights of Shida, Sakura, and Queen Amanada. Okay? When she signed with AEW, it was a big deal. Why was it a big deal? Well, one, she's a big name with a big asking price, but she's worth it in my opinion. She also had a bidding war because WWE was interested in her services, AEW was interested in her services, and New Japan wanted to retain her services. She not had just one set of talks with WWE and AEW, but actually two. In fact, in a recent newsletter, she has come out stating that she felt like she would be at WrestleMania 39 after attending the Super Bowl. Things change, right? She's a big star with a big name, with a big asking price, who is expected to produce big things, big results, whether that's be television ratings, ticket sales, or furthering other talent and or storylines. There's a lot of talent in AEW, and so when Mercedes Mone, she signed with the promotion, there was a lot of intrigue. There was a lot of, oh, this could be something. This was at a time in which they brought in Okada, and Will Ospreay was kicking up full throttle, right? AEW, they made a lot of splashes with their talent signings, continuously signing them, signing the likes of MVP and Shelton Benjamin, and expected to be Bobby Lashley. She also has a lot of talent to work with in AEW, in its women's division. I want you to think about the likes of your Julia Harts, or your Jamie Hayters, or your Toni Storms, or Britt Baker, or Mariah May, Deonna Purrazzo, Thunder Rosa. We can go down the list over and over and over. And she's worked with a few stars, as I previously mentioned. But the upper echelon stars, she's yet to mix it up with. That leads us to today's video. So, with all that being said, if we consider Mercedes Mone to be AEW's one of their biggest stars in the women's division in the entire company, does that mean that she is the best women's wrestler in the company? And as a Mercedes Mone supporter, hold yourself back for a minute, y'all. No, she's not. She's not a better wrestler. She's not a better overall star than the talents in which I'm about to mention. Okay? She is not better than Mariah May, your current women's champion. She does not have more heel heat than Mariah May. She is not a better talker than Britt Baker. And she's not a better character worker than Toni Storm. Actually, Mariah May I would throw in there. She's probably a better wrestler than Monet. Maybe. But let's just stick with those few points. Mariah May, she gets more heat. She gets more of a reaction from the fans. Britt Baker, she's a better talker. Toni Storm, she has a better character. Arguably, though, Toni Storm may be up there with Roman Reigns. There's no other better people in terms of character work, gimmick work, than those two, right? So, should we believe that AEW's Mercedes Mone is the best star in its women's division? The complete package? We're having a overwhelming, dominant attribute that no one else can match in the company? No, it's not. That's not to say that Mercedes Mone is not great. She is. She brings the it factor. She brings the charisma, and she's a heck of a worker. But one of the things that have held her back, and one of the things that I have criticized, and one of the things that I've seen criticism of, is the fact that Mercedes Mone lacks two things. And she's still working on it. I think in time she will get it. She's not yet reached it, but I hope this changes. What are those two things? Well, one, connectability. Jim Ross recently criticized her for this. He doesn't feel a connection with Mercedes Mone. I don't either. Right? I understand she's supposed to be a heel. I get that. But does she really have heel heat? Not really. right? She doesn't do anything that evokes emotion out of you like a Mariah May. She just doesn't. What's the other thing that she has been criticized about? What's the other thing that I don't like about the Mercedes Mone character? Not the person, but the character. It's her promos. Now, she's come a long way in AEW. At first, when she first debuted with this company, her promos were the drizzling craps. It was god-awful. It was horrible. But she's gotten a lot better. She still has that tone of like trying to do a former WWE promo, and I don't understand why, because she's a very good speaker. She's getting a lot better at that, but you can tell in some of the delivery in which she has, it's still there. Still a really good promo. Still one of the better promos in AEW. Now look, AEW, they're not necessarily known for their strong promo ability, right? They tout themselves as where the best wrestle. Well, she's right up there with some of the best wrestlers on the planet. Not right now when it comes to promos. Those two things, though, they are fixable, right? She can work better on her promos. She's doing that. In terms of the reaction that she gets, well, that can also be helped, right? You can book her in an angle that gets her more heel heat. You can turn her and book her in a strong program in which she's a babyface. Although I don't think she's going to be a babyface anytime soon, considering they just brought in Camille, former NWA Women's Champion, a few months ago, and has been pushing her very, very strongly alongside Mercedes Mone. Okay? So that is what is the truth. This is the truth about Mercedes Mone. That's not to say that she's one of the best wrestlers on the freaking planet. That's not to say that she's not one of the best wrestlers in the promotion. A lot of things can be fixable. A lot of things can be helped. And Mercedes Mone, she is not going anywhere in AEW. Reportedly, their highest paid, or one of the highest paid stars in their company, and reportedly the highest paid female stars in all of pro wrestling. Okay? Big money, big expectations. That's Mercedes Mone. Mercedes Mone is not going to go anywhere for a while. She's going to continuously deliver and hit home strong. Okay? That's what she's going to do. Because she's a star. She moves numbers. She has helped AEW. AEW is better off for having Mercedes Mone under contract than not having her at all. I think it is better for the wrestling business that she's in AEW rather than going back to WWE. Let me know down in the comments area below, do you agree, do you disagree with some of the statements that I made in today's video? I would like to hear your opinion about Mercedes Mone. Maybe I'm off, maybe I'm spot on. I don't know. But let me know down in the comments area below.